Alright, welcome back to another video. Last video I discussed about how Afterblast is a hidden masterpiece, but my explanation was only surface level. Today I'm going to be doing a full breakdown on Afterblast. A quick description of what the game is. Afterblast is a first-person shooter rogue light. It is a combination of Doom Eternal, Risk of Rain 2, and Gunfire Reborn, and your goal is to stand up against the gods in the game and defeat the hordes of monsters. So, when you're loaded in, you are presented with multiple portals and multiple interactables. I'm going to be breaking down each one and what they have to offer, and then I'll be showing a little bit what a run is like. I'll be breaking down what you can find, just all the elements that are part of it and the key aspects to it. So, to first start, this is how you are presented in. You see this red portal. The red portal over here. This is the main mode. This is the dungeon mode where you go through 3 different dungeons and you obviously have to kill the main boss. I will be breaking that down more in a sec, but first I want to break down just the lobby area. Also behind us we have survival mode. This mode is kind of similar to Risk of Rain, where longer you are alive and the longer the time is, obviously the harder it gets. Alright, to break down each interactable, first we have companions and equipment. Companions you unlock throughout your runs, and you'll find them kind of hidden. I find it kind of hard to find. Might just be a skill issue. Each of them come with a special passive bonus, so you get to build your own character. You upgrade it using these blue shards in the top right, which you unlock just by playing the game. Next, you have finishers. Finishers each also give a special passive bonus and have their own cool finishing move. Right now I'm choosing movement speed because that's the one I want. These finishers are kind of similar to Doom Eternal with the way they are very kind of glorified and cool. Next we have mass. They also come with their special passive bonus, obviously, and you can upgrade them. The max level right now is 10. Alright, now that we have that out the way, I also forgot to say, there is movement in this game, of course, which can also be upgraded in the game, which I'll explain later, but you have your normal dash, and you have your hook. This is also when you hook an enemy, that's how you perform the finishing move. Another cool thing with the finisher moves, that's the only way to gain health back, besides obviously perks and passives. But it is a way to always just know that's a way you can do it. Next we have quests. This is how you unlock new weapons and other things. I think I'm only missing like one gun right now. So I've unlocked a lot of things. Obviously there's some other items I still need to find and do, but if this is what you want, you also just usually complete a lot of these quests just by playing the game. So you don't really have to go out of your way to do something. Next you have eternal upgrades. This is like a skill tree. You also use your blue shards on this and upgrade what you think is necessary. Also, when you upgrade, say you hit upgraded 5 things, you get unlock adrenaline. I think 10 you get another weapon slot. So you get extra bonuses by doing this. This is one of the first things I recommend upgrading, because another weapon slot and a usable item are so necessary to your runs and can obviously change a lot. The codex is just all the things you've unlocked. Not really, cool if that's what you want, but it's just nice to see it, I would say. Here you get to see a lot of things. And here, while I'm here, I'm going to break down everything. So we have perks. Perks, they give you special bonuses in the game, such as restoring shield after committing a finisher. These are just certain things that will help you and will be obviously working at all times. Next, you have passive items. These you don't have to do, but will be doing on their own, since the name passive. So such as when a target is defeated, there's a 50% chance daggers will hurl from their corpse. These are very useful during your runs, obviously. And if you get enough of them, say 4 of them, you can evolve it. The evolved version is like an overpowered version of the previous perk. I recommend trying to evolve it. It gives a lot better. It just makes it a lot better. Next, you have weapons. These weapons are not all unlocked at first, but you unlock them throughout doing different things. Such as the quest, and obviously when you load in, each gun is different, but there is rarities to them. Rarities, you might be asking what that is. Rarities in this game are not like such by color, but rather by stars. You have 0 to 3. 0 is basic, obviously, and 3 is like a legendary. With these perks, there is a special bonus to it, which is just like a perk to it, right? more damage, fire damage even. You can get like elemental stuff like that. So you get bonuses by the stars. Also, you'll see the level in the top right of the gun when you're in the game, obviously, which the levels will be getting higher as you are longer in the game because it's necessary to do more damage to kill those enemies. Then you have usable items. Usable items are things you can press down and use, or such like a shield potion, or you can throw down a shooting turret. Obviously very useful, can very deter your run, and even the fire grenade is very new. So they're still updating, and I recommend that. You can invite a friend, which shows it's co-op. There's the difficulty levels, and to unlock another difficulty, you have to defeat the previous difficulty. Pretty self-explanatory, and obviously their own challenges with it. Then you have the core upgrades. The core upgrades, you get these purple looking like shards after killing a boss. I recommend spending it right away, because if you die and don't win, you lose all those core shards. So it doesn't hurt just to spend it anyway. Alright, so I'm going to load into a game and kind of show you what it will look like. Oh, another cool thing is each of these have rankings. I'm top 182, which I'm hoping to obviously go up. I would love to be top 100. I think that's doable. I mean, like, look at the top 14 minutes. Like, that's crazy. I'm at 55. But if that's something cool to you, I recommend that. Alright, so I'm going to break it down the maps, or the dungeons, I would say. So you have Forgotten Ruins, Ancient Lands, and Shattered Crypts. You have to beat the first one to get the second to get the third. You need to beat all of them in order to technically win and actually count it on the leaderboards. So now, each of them have two bosses. The final boss is the harder boss, and each obviously gets harder as you progress further out, and there's different enemies on each of them. Now, there's certain specials you can find throughout, which I recommend using your map to find, such as the shop where you can buy perks, or the treasure room where you can find extra chests, and a elite portal which takes you to kill some elite enemies, but in exchange you get an extra chest, so you have to determine if that's worth it to you. Okay, now that you understand how the dungeons work, I'm going to be breaking down kind of what you're looking at when you're in the game. So, in the top left is your map. I recommend using it a lot. It's very beneficial. You can see I have a chest room in here. I also know where my portal is. It just breaks it down. I know what types of chests I'm going to be getting, so I know if I need to gamble or what I can just be rather expecting in my runs. So when you load in, you're given a passive, a perk, and a weapon. Obviously all completely random. So, depleting shield or an unstable core. I'm going to go unstable core. Now guns, see? Here's the star, and then in the top right you can see the level. I'm going to choose the higher level, but that's based on me. Also, with the higher stars, even if you don't want to use it, you can just keep a higher star weapon that has a lot of good special bonuses in your inventory, and you'll get to have those special bonuses all throughout, even without actually using the gun. See? I'll still have all these special bonuses that the gun provides. Very useful. Weak point damage and critical hit chance. I recommend doing that. And then obviously you have a lot of movement here, right? Now that we're loaded in. I think it is on hard difficulty, so won't be the first thing you see, but honestly, it's still not that hard. It's the first level. And see, look, you'll see you can get them to a vulnerable state. When you see them like this, you're able to perform a finisher. That's also a way to heal your health, and I think it's just a cool way to finish an enemy, in my opinion. You can obviously do it without, and you'll kind of, you won't kill him, but you can, oh, okay, well that's a base enemy, but most likely you won't kill him with that. And then obviously you progress through and go through portals. You obviously have to kill all the enemies before you can go to the next section of the map. And that's really what this game has to offer. This game is truly a hidden masterpiece with so many things to offer, more than just what meets the eye. This little dev team is updating the game consistently and constantly with, I think, 14 plus updates now. They've already updated it in a few days ago when I last posted my last video. So if you're on the fence about it, I do recommend getting it. They're updating it. They're a good dev team, will listen to you. Join their Discord if you want to have more of a voice in it. And yeah, the final verdict, I do recommend it.